What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. So today we are out on the dual hub bike. Got the Bafang G62 rear hub motor on the Flipski 75100 Pro V2 controller. You want the V2 75100 Pro V2 because there's an older one that's not the V2 and that's the older one. So we're taking out the Flipski and the G62 on a ride here. It's a dual motor bike. It's also got a Bafang G60 in the front, and that's on a 30 amp controller. So I took the stock 1000 watt controller from this one, the 30 amp one, and that's what's driving this front one up there. So we're gonna take it for a rip. I'm in the VESC tool because Flipski is a VESC based controller, so we can use VESC tool on our phone to monitor stats and change settings on the controller. All right, so when I was putting the temperature sensor in this rear motor, I damaged the hall sensor or something. So we're in sensorless mode. So it's a little bit like, well, I mean, I got it working okay. But if you're like completely stopped and you're trying to like throttle only up a hill or something, sometimes it can be a little bit jerky starting up in sensorless mode, but then once it gets going, it's all right. But it's really not that bad. Like I was really bummed out when I realized that I messed up the hall sensor. I accidentally cut a wire or something. But as long as you pedal a little bit when you're first taking off from a stop, it's really like you can't really tell at all. So it's not really an issue, the sensorless. So it's almost like you don't even, with the Flipski, it's almost like you don't even need hall sensors. I don't know, because I think even when I was in hall sensor mode, when the bike was trying to start in tricky situations like that, sometimes it was a little bit jumpy too. But anyways, so we're in sensorless mode, it's working good, and we're riding around still. No big deal. Who needs hall sensors when you've got a Flipski? It got kind of chilly when the sun went behind that cloud. So I'm looking forward to its return. There it is, yes. I'm seeing a lot of little like chipmunks, or those like prairie dogs, or what? There's a lot of those things over here. We're gonna cross the street, oh, right here. Just like that. So we don't get stuck at that bicycle intersection, the cursed bicycle intersection. Here we go. We're going. Motor's at 60. We're cruising. It's feeling good. Here comes the hill. Motor's at 70. Whoa, car, wait. Don't kill me. There's a strong headwind. Alright, so we're just casually cruising the streets. Once again, me and you. Here we go. So what is new? How is the flipski doing here? It's working good. I'm having a lot of fun with the flipski. Oh! Some bug hit my finger. I'm having a lot of fun with the flipski. It's not just for e-bikes. It's a good controller. So if you like this flipski content, make sure you like and subscribe, bubs. Because I'm having fun riding around with it. Motor's at 82. Here we go. So for the most part, I'm rear motoring only, guys. All right, so it's over here on the left, but we also got the front one. Front 750 watt hub. It's doing about 1500 watts over here on the 600C display, but I just use that going up hills, and like if I need a little bit more acceleration, like if you're in traffic and you want to keep moving, I'll use two motors. Oh. So how I usually ride is I'll ride from like one park to the other park to the other cool spot, wherever I want to go. And I usually take breaks along the way. But today I'm gonna try and keep moving so that I can see like how far can I continuously ride this. Until it gets to the point where it's getting hotter. My battery wasn't fully charged when I left, so I'm just gonna try and keep it moving here for a while and see how hot it gets. Oh. I've used this motor for like 3 years. On 72 volts without a temperature sensor, and I never really broke anything. So you can get these things pretty hot. I've got it so hot before where I could only put my finger on it for like maybe like 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. That's what I would consider hot. So it says it's 92 right now. So what I discovered yesterday is that touching the outside of it isn't really a great indicator of the temperature that is inside the motor where you care about it. So if you don't have a temperature sensor, you can just touch the outside of it, but just be aware that that outside, that outer shell, that temperature can be much different than the inside of the motor when you're actually riding. It can take some time for, like if you're riding and the motor's hot and then you stop, it can take some time for the outside of it to feel hot. So I'm just gonna try and keep it moving here, because yesterday I rode it until it was like 100 and something, 115. I'm just gonna try and pick a route where we can keep on moving. And I'm mostly going to use the rear motor, so that one's doing most of the work. So we're up to 100. So I'm just kind of cruising, not really like full throttle or anything, but we're still moving. Like, we're moving pretty good, buddy. Oh. Alright, G62's got some hills to go up right here. Gotta watch out for crazy, shitty drivers. Alright, so we're just throttling only 104, 105, 106. So when you're climbing, 107, 108, 109. Oh, 113. Jeez. So I'm surprised that I rode this motor for so long, so hard. Well, not this motor, but like the G62, my other one. I'm surprised I use it for like 3 or 4 years or whatever, riding it so hard with my phase runner, and I never had anything break or overheat or anything. So it seems like once the temperature starts to get hotter, it gets really easy to heat it up. Like if you were climbing a hill, it seems like it would be really easy to overheat it. I'm not gonna let it get much hotter than like 120. I think you might be able to, but I mean in terms of like other things inside of the motor, I'm sure I've probably got these motors really hot before, so I think they can handle the heat quite well, but it really depends on how you're riding. I'm also in the Midwest, kind of up north, so it's not as hot here, not as humid here. Like if you're down in Florida or something, that's totally different. I mean, it doesn't seem like these motors have temperature sensors in them by default, really. It seems like once they heat up, they kind of stay hot, and then it kind of gets jumpy. Like when I was going up that hill over there, it was something else. It went up pretty quick there. Like if that was a bigger hill. Oh. Oh, you can just keep going, keep going, keep going. Alright, we're out cruising the open road. Let's see how much it warms up. There's some detours over there. We're taking like a weird way. So it's at 108. Oh. I think that was a new stop sign back there. I've never seen that before. Whoops. That didn't used to be there. So it's at 113. So it seems like when I let off the throttle, the temperature usually jumps a couple C. It might be due to how I have the thermistor installed. It maybe when the rotor is spinning and the air inside the motor is moving, that airflow makes the thermistor seem cooler by about 2 or 3 C. Now we're going up a bit of a hill. Burr, get that sun back out here. Whoa. I might have to find a thermistor that can go hotter. I'm not sure how hot these things can go. I don't really want to mess it up. I didn't realize these motors get so hot. Thermistor can go up to like 125, I think, most of them. Unless Grintech has like fancy ones. Yeah, I'm sure I've got this motor way hotter than this before, so I'm gonna have to email Grintech and see if their thermistors, how hot they can get. I'm assuming it's like 125. It's probably just a normal thermistor. So that might be the limitation for now. Because if the thermistor gets damaged, then we don't have any temperature sensing. So it's been above like 110, close to 115 for a while now, so but the outside of it, like it doesn't, I can keep my fingers on it and it's not hot. There's a warmth to it. It feels like it's getting warmer like as I'm holding on to it here. So there's always a delay from when the motor is hot on the inside and when the outside is hot. So it's kind of hard to judge because it just like it gets up and it warms up and heats up to like 100 and something, and then it just kind of like stays there. Oh, you don't have to stop long for it to cool down a little bit, and that's typically how I usually ride my e-bike. So I'm not even giving it much juice there, and it's warming up pretty good. So like, let's see, going up this hill, like what happens here. This is like 1200 watts, 50 phase amps. So is it getting hotter? We're giving it more. Let's go right around the grass a little bit. Yeah, it's back at 118. Next time I have this motor open, I'm probably gonna have to put some thermal glue on this thermistor just to stabilize the readings a little bit. I put some thermal glue on the thermistor just to connect it to the windings and hold it in place, but I think there's so much, I think the thermistor is exposed to so much airflow that when the rotor is moving, it actually like, it makes the temperature reading kind of jittery, just because that airflow is able to directly touch the thermistor. I've always just put them in quite a bit of thermal glue where they're like partially embedded in it, and that seems to, I've never had it like jumpy like this where you let off the throttle and then the temperature goes up a few degrees. But as you can see, we're just riding around the grass, and sensorless is working great, not having any problems. You can also see that the motor's not really cooling down much, if at all. I'm not really throttling a whole lot here. I gotta make sure I'm not messing this Bluetooth up. So I took a break there for like 1 minute. I just hopped off my bike for a second to feel the motor, and it went down like 10 C. Now it's at kind of like 100. Look at that. What is that, ivy on the side of that tree? That looks cool. So I think probably the saving grace in the past for me with this motor that allowed me to never overheat it was that I take frequent stops, just like brief breaks during my ride, like check your phone or take a drink or take a breather or whatever. So like even just stopping like this, you know, it's going down a little bit, but I want to keep moving around. I don't think we're gonna be able to push it much higher than like 120 today. That's kind of, I mean, that's kind of the limit that I have set just to protect the motor, because it does seem like it can, it seems like the thermistor's in a good spot and it's not really like spiking or anything, but when you let off the throttle, the temperature can kind of increase a little bit, I think, because of that airflow. So I with this thermistor of an unknown temperature rating, I'll probably have to leave it at this, because most thermistors can only go up to like 125. So if I get this thing up to 120 and then I let off the throttle and it goes up 2 or 3, that's getting pretty close to 125. So I've just been sitting here. It says it's 95, so the inside of it is cooling down, but what about, yeah, the outside of it, I mean, it's warm, but it's really not bad. So I am glad I got a thermistor in here. Yeah, but I need to be able to measure higher temperatures, I guess, like get something else in there, because I never realized how hot it gets in there. Like, how, you'll have to let me know in the comments, like, what do you guys, I think on Boosted's thread, I remember him talking about like 120 to 130, and then that might be the safe operational area, but that's kind of like borderline of thermistor melting area. So Might just have to throttle it like this unless there's some kind of thermistor that can go super hot. But I don't know how much hotter you would want to go with these motors. I'll have to do some research. Let's see, what are we at here? So I've used 6 amp hours. When I left, it wasn't exactly full. I think when we left, it was probably like 18 amp hours out of 20 or something like that, 19 amp hours out of 20, so it wasn't quite full when I left. But we've only used 6.4. So we can keep going. Let's get on the road and go cruising. Cruising down the road. Look at all these trees with the ivy leaves growing up them. I like that look. See, even just a little break like this where you're kind of rolling down a hill and you don't need the motor, it just cooled down even more. I see a lot of watercraft out on the river. We'll have to go take a look here. I'll have to go take a look here. I need a drink. Alright guys, we're back. GoPro overheated. Seems like it's the batteries that overheat, because a lot of times you can just pop a different battery in there that isn't piping hot and then it'll start back up. But anyways, here we are out by the river. We got the VESC tool going. The motors, it says it's 89, so I mean that's relatively cool. It was at 115, 120. But I mean, the outside of it now kind of feels just as warmer than it did earlier. So oh. A lot of people down here. Oh. Oh, Get in the way. Oh. Oh, yeah, wall ride. I like that. As long as the bike is rolling, sensorless isn't a problem at all. Or as long as you pedal from a stop, it works just fine. Oh. So the motor starts to heat up pretty good once you start to do that kind of stuff. Hey buddy. Hey buddy. Hey buddy. Hey buddy. Hello. Maybe I should go the other way. He's busy eating. Alright, you're just eating, huh? Hey, buddy. What a friendly deer. Hey, buddy. Well, that was neat. It's still just standing right there. He's not too concerned. He must have been eating something really good. Oh! Hopefully the GoPro didn't overheat again. Alright, neat. I think that's the same deer that I saw yesterday. He must just hang out there. Maybe we can make friends with him. Oh. Double motoring. Across the road. Alright. Noisy boy is climbing the hill. Hopefully I didn't, where'd my, oh there it is. Thought I lost my microfiber. We don't want Flipski getting wet. From this river of water going down the street here. Okay. What does it feel like? Temperature check. Not hot at all. It's like warm. Warmish. Oh. Sensorless throttle only, started up just fine. Right there. It usually starts pretty good on flat. Let's try it again here. Oh. There's a little bit of a jerk. I wonder if I increase the minimum current, like will that help out? General, advanced. Let's try 3 amps of minimum current. Does that help? Oh. always those sewer grates that are like the big bumps in the road. Gotta watch out for those. Oh, there's another one. The park is underwater. River is really high. So it doesn't take long of a break for it to cool down. gonna fall out of here. There's my derelict phone mount. Piece of garbage. We're cruising again. Going back. Need to go charge up. getting kind of low for juicing it much more. We gotta go back. Noisy boys, warming up. Alright guys, well thanks for watching. I mean, we pushed it pretty much as far as I'm comfortable doing. Jeez, what was that noise? We've pushed it as far as I am comfortable doing with this thermistor, because I don't want to melt the thermistor itself. So, thanks for watching. It seems manageable. Sensorless works fine. Like and subscribe. Peace out.